welcome back to week 4. I'm so glad that you are coming back to learn more about gardening stuff. This week's going to be super fun, so make sure you have your kit available. You should have, this was just a small slip of paper for instructions, and you should have a seed packet with a variety of seeds, a paper towel, and then some glue. So what we're gonna make today is they're called seed tapes, or we're also gonna be doing what's called paper towel gardening. So make sure you have your supplies available, and make sure you're working on a surface that it's okay to get a little bit glue on just in case, or put down some more paper towels underneath paper towel you're going to make the activity on, or line your work surface with some newspapers. So get your area ready, get your supplies out, and meet me back here when you're ready. Alright, so I am ready. This is something extra that I did on my paper towel. There's a couple different ways that we can do this experiment, but I did write on the bottom of here what it was. These are wildflowers that we're going to be planting, and my instructions on there were to plant 1/4 of an inch deep, so I went and wrote that on there so I didn't forget when it came down to planting. So you can do this experiment a couple different ways. You can rip each paper towel into strips, or if you can kind of see, I made them into squares. So what I just did was I folded it in half and then went like this, and then that made my little squares. So what we're doing is keeping your planting organized. This is a great way to organize your planting when you go to plant your garden. You can do this with flowers, you can do them with like radish seeds, carrot seeds, anything that needs to be well placed out in your garden. It works really well with radish and carrot seeds that need to be in a nice, neat row. But today we're going to do it with flowers. So if you want to do strips, go ahead and get them ripped in strips, or if you want to do the square planting, go ahead and fold it in half and then fold it into your squares. And when you're ready to do that, go ahead and press play again. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and get started. So I am just going to stick with my square planting, okay? And we are going to put glue dots in every individual square. If you're doing them in strips, just make a nice straight line, giving it about 1 inch or so space between each seed. That way so the seeds have room to grow in between each other. Okay, so hopefully you can see the glue since it's blending in with the color of the paper towel, but I'm just going to go ahead and put in the center of each of my squares a glue dot. And then I'm going to get my seeds out, and notice that your seeds are definitely a very wide range of shapes. That's because it is a mixture of different kinds of flowers. These are, like I said, wildflowers, and they are going to be something that will send pollinators to your garden. So you're going to see lots of bees and other insects that help pollinate flowers. So there's a wide variety of mixture of seeds. So you can do lots of different flowers on your paper towel. So you're just going to pick up your seeds, and you are going to plant one seed, or if a couple land on your glue dot, that's okay too. They're pretty small, so they may stick together. But you don't want to put too many on each glue dot because it needs space to grow. One more. Okay, so just like that. So your strip of paper, you may get more, you may get less depending on how you space out your glue dots, but that's what it should look like. So now you're just going to let your paper towel dry from the glue, and then you can put this away to be stored. If you can't go out and plant it after it dries, let it dry for about 24 hours. And then once it dries, you can take it outside and you can plant it somewhere in your garden. If you can't put them in the dirt, you can plant them in a pot. This works also really good in the square planting because you can cut each individual squares if you want and put 1 square per pot if you're going to plant them in pots. But either way, you've got them nice and you've got them organized and ready to be planted. Okay, so there's your little tip on how to be organized in your garden, and you get to plant some seeds. These are early spring seeds, so make sure you do get them out as soon as you can in your garden, whether you're going to plant them in the dirt and the ground or in a container pot. So happy planting, and I hope you enjoyed the seed tapes or the paper towel planting. See you next week. Bye.